So, happy Tuesday. It is time for Handelabra Live. I'm John, aka Migrant P, lead developer at Handelabra Games, and we're back with some more Spirit Island Jagged Earth previews. We have new stuff coming soon, potentially this week. We're not going to give a date, but it could be this week, so watch out for that. This is actually a potential release build, so that's exciting. We are. What else are we doing? We are standing up for civil rights for everyone and being as inclusive as possible. That includes trans rights and Black Lives Matter. Anyone working against those goals is not welcome and will not be tolerated. So be excellent to one another. Let's say hello in the chat. Come and say hi. Maybe I'm going to get some suggestions about which adversaries to play today. If anyone wants to shout out, we have combining adversaries, so let me know which two adversaries you want to see me face together. I'll bring Trickster and maybe a couple other spirits, maybe one other spirit. Maybe we'll do an archipelago. How's everyone liking archipelago and extra island board and stuff like that? Oh man, Strife party here. Is there another really? There isn't really another Strife oriented spirit. I guess there's the aspect for shadows that adds strife a little bit. I'm gonna do like a strife island, strife archipelago land. Hello, Kokimon. Do you have a suggestion for what adversary I should face? Let me know. I think that's all the strife related stuff we have right now. You know, moving forward towards nature incarnate, there's going to be more, of course. But I don't think these other spirits say strife on them. I guess lure as that actually doesn't even say strife there. France also goes with strife. So let's bring France in at level 2, because that gets us the Slave Rebellion, which is going to be interesting in this setup. And yeah, any suggestion for this supporting adversary? We have 5 options. Man, I've reached a 7-stream watch streak. I feel like I'm always watching my own stream. There's some really terrible combinations with France, like Habsburg puts extra towns, England builds a lot. Russia's not too bad, Prussia's not too bad. Sweden maybe isn't too bad. Maybe let's go France and Sweden. I don't think I've done that. And we want to go up to level 3. Let's do level 3. Big damage, but we have strife, so the big damage isn't too terrible. And let's not play a scenario, I think. Let's just go into it with this. Alright. Alright, so we have the strife party. Fixtures down here, shadows, and lightning. They're strafey aspects. And they're going into the jungles. That's so interesting now. Because of Sweden, the town in Incite the Mob can destroy a city. So that's kind of exciting. I think we want to do that and try to maybe let's block this build if we can by let's see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. That's exactly the case. Add a presence, gain a power card is typically what I want to do, so let's do that. Call to guard. The call to guard here is going to be enough defense, right? We also have domesticated animals, and that maybe has better elements for me. This is going to be 4 damage. And that means we can then put Dahan over here instead. So yeah, I like grab that. Well, the guard is great too. It's too bad we lost that, but you know, it happens. And let's get in somewhere we can push some Dahan. And also, being on the coast is helpful for us to get over to another islet. And let's start getting Dahan into here. So we want to do this. Okay. Seems like a good start. We have lightning. That's going to be a big ravage. That's going to be one we can just pop one stripe on. We could shatter this town and then... Yeah, but we still don't, like, actually... I think we probably just let that blight, even though it's going to be 2 blight. Need to get closer to here. I think we still want to do our typical start and not play any cards this turn. And over here, the difference here is we get fear if our presence is destroyed, and adding presence during growth, we can add strife in the land. So we could just stay in here and and strike this city. And then strike the town next turn, and it's all done. Potentially okay. Oh, we could Mantle of Dread the town and explore. So, like, basically just nothing happens. And bring in some Dahan. Sure. Yeah, then we can go in here with Concealing Shadows next turn. Oh, we don't even need Concealing. We can get in here and strike the town. So that seems like a good game plan. Warning, I can play more power cards. I know. Oh, we can actually just block the build. That seems even better. And we can do something else. Alright, let's see what happens down here. Maybe we get damage per Dahan, maybe we don't get anything, but you never know. Push all explorers! Works for me. And they go into wetlands with extra explorer. If they don't have any, that's from France. Ooh, that's a lot of guys. Okay, so is there another good Mantle of Dread? Not really, right? So this is fun that we can strike the town and build the city with it. I guess you get less fear that way, actually. The other way is better because you get more fear. But it's a fun idea. This gives you fear per invader destroyed, so... And yeah, we'll just Mantle of Dread ourselves. And these guys into the sands, I'm sure that's going to be fine. And gather some Dahan. Just need 2. Dahan can't destroy the city next round. Well, the Dahan is not going to be the only Dahan there. A friend is coming, don't worry. Reinforcements will arrive. We can push 1 Dahan from our lands every turn now. For free. Alright, so I don't even need this defend unless I want to, like, hop over and help out lightning. That's possible. would have to get energy. If we want, that's sort of if we want to play 3 cards and play them all, which we kind of do. Hitting this with over enthusiastic arson is a pretty good idea because we definitely kill the town and maybe we kill the explorers. And unexpected tigers doesn't do anything, but you know, it might use it to add a beast or something. Yeah, or block to reduce a build or something like that. Kind of like doing this. Let's go over here. Push our Dahan. And the energy. And we get, yeah, we might get to, we don't get, let's see what happens. We're short from our air. But we did get why don't you and them fight? Which doesn't really do anything either. So whatever. You could like, if we want to get the fear card, we could hit the city early. I guess we wouldn't even do that. We could get 1 fear from here, so that's possible. Okay, so lightning could strike that and destroy the town. Let's get into the coastal land. I don't know if I want to go. We don't have any ranges or powers, but we might draw like a defend 10 next turn or something, so let's just get in there. To do this, we can get some fear from Harbingers. We can strike the city, batter the town, kill the city. It's pretty good. Seems like a plan. We were just planning to let it blight, and now we're blowing it up, so. And yeah, Lightning's Boon doesn't. I guess we could use Lightning Boon to reduce 1 town build there. That's something we could do. Or we could add a beast somewhere. Not super great. You are getting a power card and adding presence. And we don't actually... Yeah. We don't have a whole lot to do. So let's hope we get a free card. Free card with the elements we want. Like, look at that. Glorious. That is what we want for shadows. Like, maybe not exactly that card, but anything free with moon and fire just lets us take this and actually do the thing. It lets us do the 2nd level on the 2nd turn. We do have to gather 1, so we can't stop the build. But just question whether I want to make another sacred site here or get my presence like into here. Another land. I think just having another sacred site here is probably best. Oh, I get to add strife, right? I'd rather do that or get strife on the city. Probably getting strife on the city here, right? Is better. For sure, there's some explorers here, but I'm not really concerned about them. Getting strife on the city in this problem area is going to be important. And we can start to get Dahan in there, maybe. Okay, so we reduce the amount of towns they build here. This land might be a problem, but we'll see. Oh, yeah, I think we're already getting the fear card? Yeah, we're already getting the fear card. So we don't need to necessarily need to Lightning's Boon anyone. I just played it for the elements. I mean, making a beast has value, so let's do that. shattered town. Strike the city. Look at that. Beautiful. Everything is neat and tidy. Do we have enough moon for the beast? No, we don't. Everything is neat and tidy. Oh, nice. So yeah, we could use this here and they build one less town, or we could add a beast somewhere. There's actually the only place we can add a beast is here. Or here. Let's use this first. Hey, no build. Yeah, so I think doing this means they might not even build here. Push you. I mean, I could push it into here, but they could get +1 damage, but am I worried about that? Not a whole lot. Great Explorers turn into towns, so we can actually just kill him too. There we go. Oh, lucky that he would have turned to a town. So good thing we did that. There's another thing that could have happened. Here, yeah, that again. Let's do this. Gross. We click here, we get a city here, we get a city there. I think here, because he was going to turn to a town anyway, right? So you don't ravage and land with strife? Kidding me? At least we have Dahan and strifed things all together, right? And we need one more Dahan in those lands, and the cities get killed. 1 damage per Dahan present, right? We have like a bunch of stuff set up to kill cities with that event, so push 1 from a land with Dahan. Well, hey, I accept. I accept. No building is happening. And make this 1 less damage, I guess. And 1 from a land matching a Ravage card. Okay. 1 in the back. This is the only Ravage because the other ones are all Stripe based. We're so good at Stripe. Oh, I guess I can move my camera. Right, I didn't think of that. This corner. Go. I can be the 4th spirit. They're in Sands, so this problem land happening. Yeah, we have actually a pretty bad wetland here now because they upgraded. I guess I should have read this and replaced him with a town. Should have read ahead because they weren't ravaging there. That's on me. Alright, we didn't have much slow. We have animated rack root. We can destroy an explorer. 1, I mean, they're not building here, but it's 1 less damage, or we could put a wilds in somewhere. And we have crops wither. Yeah, since there's disease, crops wither. And I don't mind putting a wilds in here. We're almost at the next fear card. Getting a wilds in the land where blight, pretty good. Okay, you're reclaiming. You have no energy, so that happens sometimes with Spirit. Look at all these beautiful zero-cost powers. And Dahan Rebellion is not this turn, but the following turn. This turn we have to set up our Dahan. If we can. We do have favors called due. Help with that. So we have this land, or we have other places where we have a town that we can put strife on. I don't know what we're doing about. I think the 8 is just double blighting. This can help us add strife to more places. Alright, you're reclaiming too. Ooh, fire in the sky and sap the strength. This is a lot of damage. Territorial strife is interesting. So, we use Harbinger and we have 4 plays, right? And 4 energy, so we can play something that costs 1. We can add enough strife to stop that land. I would like to strike this too. What about defend 5 there? Use this, we get 2 strife from our other power though. I think that's actually better. And like tons more fear. The Han can't destroy the city next round. Yeah, I know. We're destroying the city this round. So we can also like move Harbinger, like move Dahan fast next turn again. So we're not gonna get it everywhere. We're gonna do what we can. I guess like Trickster could help push Dahan in the right places too. What's Trickster doing? Reclaiming cards, I think. And I guess Trickster could maybe help a little, but Trickster can push this Dahan in here for that Ravage. Trickster's Ravage's board is just like getting nice and tidy here. I mean, it has a little blight, but not that much. Actually, getting over here is going to be a ton of fear from Incite the Mob. But where are we going to move our presence? Maybe here. Move that to Han next turn. Let's get presence in here. You want the moon? Yeah, getting the moon gets us more beasts, so pretty commonly. We want to add strife. We want to incite the mob and something else. We don't need to defend. Is there a town we could blow up that makes sense? Like, not really. We want to use that slow. That does give us add strife. Where would we, if we wanted to use that? Just no land in range where it does anything. Except maybe 2 damage. Like maybe 2 damage. You don't have to play another card, but is there a land where that does something? No. Gather a beast. There was a land where that worked. I guess here we can gather a beast? Sure. Okay. So... Oh, we have hazard spread, so we could actually combo that. If we want. Wish these said moving. This one of them does say move to Han, but like not enough to Han. And they don't, it doesn't move them where I need, and the elements are bad. Kind of leaning towards gifted power hazard spread. I think it's hazard spread. Just either putting stripe or beasts around is going to be helpful. So, and we can play these 3 cards. Concealing Shadows, it gets us something. So play it. Oh, and I forgot to push my Dahan, I think. Yeah. We want this guy to be in the Ravage. So, we'll go there. Alright. See what happens need to happen first. I think it probably makes sense to use that first. Oh, this power may be slow. That's good now. Actually. Let's see what happens here. They're all explorers, add Blight. Okay. We want that. This is really good against France, right? So I accept. And we forget a card. Maybe this one. See what happened? The land was scoured and stopped the build. So, you know, if they can't do anything on our board, even if it's covered in blight, that's probably fine, right? We have Lightning Spoon, also. Which exists, but I don't know. Again, we played it for the elements. So that's all managed. We have that, but we can't do anything about it. Oh, sorry, getting in my own way here. Trying to adjust myself. So, Concealing Shadows. I think, like, I don't want this Explorer to be in here because it is blighted and maybe... that's a problem. If they get +1 damage, right? So hazard spread could add beasts. It could add wilds. It could add disease somewhere that isn't doing anything and get stripe. I think just adding beasts is good. Getting more beasts around, we randomly do damage and stuff like that. Maybe we get a beast power later. It's good. Ending's Boon is still expensive to target you, so I can't target you, so I guess we're targeting you. We could just, like... do stuff here. Now. They might get it, like, ignore disease event, so killing these explorers now is actually useful. And it's 3 fear. Maybe we get fear level 2, yeah. Why don't we get the next fear card? We can get the next fear card. Oh man, that did so much damage. That did so much damage because of the, it's 5 damage, so it killed 4 of the exploders. I go 3 fear, but it's actually a lot. A lot. Better homesteads can get us a fear. I'd rather save it though. Unexpected tigers can get us a fear. I would love to unexpected tigers that guy, but we're not close enough. Oh, we can do that. Do it here. Great. And fine if that plus is a +1. Sure, so. Alright, let's save this. I think. I don't think gathering a beast there makes any sense. And maybe, you know, we get a new beast and something happens. May as well save it till later. And Shatter Homestead will save it till later. So we just get the tube light up in here. Alright. Warning. Don't use your powers. +3 damage in lands with 3 or more. Ouch. That's a Cascade in A5. Let's hope the Fear card can help us with that. Alright. Land with Disease. Is there any chance we can kill that guy? I don't think so. Decent chunk of fear. And Scapegoat saves us from that. No. Might help us here. Adjacent to at least 3 to Han. It doesn't help us there. But I want them to ravage in all those lands. So we skip this. That would have also saved us from that. I think we can afford to kill a city. We have 27 towns available. Coastal lands. So no escalation. Kind of sucks in the sands here. Need to get presence over here again. All right, Shattered Homesteads. Depends on how much strafe I'm getting in places. I think since I have Fire in the Sky, I have a power I'm going to use all the time. Strafing one guy, so. Actually, we could just strafe him right now. Maybe I'll want to strafe him though. Ooh. Hang on. Right, you and right, you for the Han insurrection. And can we get 3 to Han? We can get 3 to Han into there. Okay. And enemy recruit is not really doing anything. I'm gonna add wilds again. We didn't get to Han enough to Han in here. I could use Crops Wither to destroy it. After the damage, though. Killing this guy, useful. Not really. I mean, the fear is a fear, guaranteed fear card. I'm sure we're going to generate fear, though, so. Put wilds in there. Wouldn't you and then fight? Add a beast? No, this doesn't let you add beasts. Let's bring beasts in here. So you may gather a beast, yeah. And they heal up. Alright, you are reclaiming. Give me cheap cards. That's a cheap card. Because I only have 3 energy and I have 4 energy to spend here, so getting a free card is just what I need. So this is good, but it doesn't have the elements for me. So definitely that. I can hit my 2 striped thing, that's really good. Double stripe here. We have 2 Dahan in here already. I can get 2 Dahan in here. 3 Dahan. Already ravaging there though, right? So I don't necessarily need to have 3. Just 2 is enough, but converting to Dahan is nice, so. We are not getting things in the right places here, unfortunately. Well, I can... we don't have enough Dahan in the right spots. We can already strafe him, right, with the event. So, just like strafe another guy, I guess. Are we getting this? We are, so we want to make a sacred site. Closer. Did you say all invaders were striped? Yeah, all invaders were striped, so we can kill some explorers that are striped as well. They just don't convert. Kind of want to reclaim. Have a defend that I don't need. That's going to be striped by the event. That's fine already. I want like Dahan movement. I want fast Dahan movement. Can I gain a power card? Yeah, I guess we just gain a power card and add a presence here, probably. We can get enough energy. This adds Dahan. Does it add Dahan what we want? Not really. Blood Predators is pretty good. We could use it here and stop that build. I think the build gets stopped already though, right? Because we gathered the striped guy and he gets killed by the Dahan in the event. What are we doing about this? Maybe we have to remove the blight. I guess I can... No, I can't defend it. There has to be a town city. Power's like not doing anything. I can defend here, I guess. Kind of gross. I think I have to do that. I don't know that... Yeah. A different card. Could have had... Let's see what that happens. Yeah, if I picked Flow Down River, but then it might not have worked, right? So... And I need more energy. Yeah, things are turning into the wrong way here a little bit. But what else are we getting? Nothing? We're not getting anything from our innates. So where do I want to be? Probably need to take care of business on my own board a bit, right? So be here for domesticated next turn. Even any purpose to playing this? I can add a beast. I can defend there in case this strike gets cancelled. And we could put Dahan in here, but then we're not taking advantage of the Slave Rebellion. I think let's take advantage of it here. Not ideal, but I don't actually care. I'm not using the power. Do I even need that? I don't even need the element, right? Just don't even play it. There's nowhere I was gonna use it. I guess I could have like made a sacred site here and used it for one of these. I think I'll just save the energy. Because I need to be able to reach this. I have to destroy presence. Should I remove blight? Oh my gosh. It's fine. Spirit board pushes 1 Dahan. Yeah. I did that. It's this here. Alright, what are you doing, Lightning? Stuff. I'm worried about Trickster for a long time. More beasts are good. Alright. Maybe I should... Yeah, I do want the striped guy because he gets killed in this Dino build. Yeah. Harbingers. These two are gonna kill this guy. And that means these two can kill that guy. This doesn't really do anything, but you may as well have defend 2 in here. And Shatter Homesteads can wait. Lightning's Boon can't be really used because no one has any powers. Okay, so yeah, we just wait for Shatter Homesteads, I think. I can actually Shatter Homesteads on a different board. That's fun. But there's nothing there yet. Okay. Slave Rebellion. Surprise! Add strife to a town. You. And you. And this one doesn't matter. Because it may as well be one of these. I only need 1 Dahan in here because of the Slave Rebellion. So we got more Dahan there, we got more Dahan there. That's it. Choose a land with Town City Ravage there. Ooh, actually good. We can use Crops Wither somewhere else. that's actually not ideal here, but... Ooh. So it's either a cascade here, or I'm losing my presence here. Losing presence. Can we actually do anything next turn if that's happening? I guess we're just gonna have to deal with it. Ouch. And yeah, I think it's here. I'm gonna be dead. I get 2 fear cards. And yeah, lots of bad options, but this one's fine. Hey, no build there. Each land with 3 or more to Han. Yeah, for some reason everything's already dead in those lands. So... add striking land with Dahan. Sure, I guess these guys are dead already, right? So... yeah, where Trickster is, because Trickster's having a bad time. After everything was great, things are less great. This is a very blighted coast now, and it's going to ravage in a second. Maybe I should have played Scour the Land. These... oh well. Hey, Wilds! Oh man, adding a town on the coast. Alright, add a town there, that's an easy choice. This one is a blight. I guess it's back here. Oh my gosh. Stray Beast and add blight. This is something. It's like where your cascade's going to come. I guess here, lightning is okay. Yeah, this one is okay. Oh, here's a beast to destroy. We get sea monsters. I want that. Those beasts on the coast. Oh, man. Let's either put a town here and they build a city, or yeah, I think we just go here and try to clean it up. That's a lot. It's a lot. Push a town and explorer from their lands. We can definitely make these lands have less. So that land is fine now. Except for they're gonna build, but we can get one more Dawn in there and they won't. And this is how much damage? 8 damage. This is all very terrifying. What if we shatter here? It's the one that isn't blighted, but at least it's one less thing. now 5, defend 5. Stops it. And we can have Dahan in there. I'd love to defend this. Maybe we just bring it up to Dahan in here. Counterattack. We can... We don't have the range boost, so we can't actually stop it, but... Right now, everything dies. Except for 2 Dahan. So... That could be worse, but it's fine. I'm gonna reclaim. Get a minor power. Get a range defend. Mesmerize Tranquility. Do enough. Flame the Fires has good elements. I don't think we're gonna get Lightning's Boon, but that could let us strafe something. Okay, are you reclaiming? I think you're reclaiming, right? We need... Can double strafe here. So yeah, we definitely want to reclaim. We're getting more cards, but it's taking time. Spur on. Ooh. Can I afford that? I think I can. This is pretty good too. This is pretty good too. But Spur on is great, and I want that. This. And it's gonna be, I guess it could be these 2 that cost 1. So let's see. We're getting the double stripes, so that one's gonna be fine. We're gonna get to push to Hans. We can get to Han in here, put 1 in each. Something like that, but maybe it's Shatter. Worry about that next turn. Actually, we Shatter that next turn, and it's okay. So. And maybe next turn we take Growth 3 and Raging Storm as well, so that might work. Alright, you are having trouble down here. Oh my gosh. This is where we need to defend. How much damage is that? That's 7, right? 7, 6, and they're cascades that have nowhere to go. That's really bad. Maybe we want to use Shatter Homesteads to help with this. And Lightning's Boon with Strife. I think we have to reclaim, and we have to get presence, right? Because we can't reach anything there without, we have to get into here. 1, 2. We can get in any. Oh, I can reach from the other place. I think, honestly, I have to defend this land. But 1 stripe takes care of that land, actually, so... See. Can we get strife in this land? I have so much strife needs. But not enough uses. We also have Spur on, yeah, so we can get an extra card play for Trickster. Wondering, where do I want to move this presence? I do Lightning's Boon. I could actually put one strife here and incite the mob there, and that takes care of it. And I can put a Dahan in there and kills the town off. So what about my defend? If we use strife instead of defend, we defend here. I don't know how many cards we have. We can always go back. I want to get these Dahan out of here, but not in a great position to do that. I don't have to move my presence, I don't think. I could defend this. Like, that's better defend, right? Because, so, we actually stop the build as well. And we're stopping the build as well, but we don't lose all the Dahan. So if we actually, this here. And we defend that, this, I think, maybe we actually, we're not striking something. Let's see what we do. So, hit the mob, personate authority. And you're also like getting your innate. We just hope the beasts kill the city. If they blight here, we can make sure it's only one, so that's fine. Do we have enough animal to get this? No. Mental Dread's really good. Short on Moon if we do that. What if we do Rack Root? One more card play, we're getting this all the time too, so that's going to be really good. Actually, we could get the card play. Well, we can't because they're still not on an island together, but we could add 3 strife, but there's no land we need to add 3 strife. Okay, so we have Lightning's Boon, we can impersonate. Where are we getting the strife on this? We don't have any energy. Oh, we could have energy if we spur on and play something that's free. Now we have energy. I like defending there. You know what's in the minor deck? The lots. I want to be in both these lands. I think this is going here, right? And this was going here. Yeah, so we still need to... Problem is, we don't have enough for both of these. Oh. Finest guy doesn't reach here. Can't afford Shatter Homesteads. Oh, right, I can impersonate one and then pay. Yeah, okay, that works. This is how it works. Impersonate authority, add stripe, and the next one. There we go. Okay, that does it. Incite the mob. Oh, I have an any. Any lets me add stripe at range 0. Let's just potentially stop them building a city here. Also, let's see what happens. Okay, so now we're only adding blight in this one place, well, 2 places. I wish I could reach there with lightning. We could, let's see what happens here. What are the things that could happen? That would be bad. Get to Han. And lots of stuff. I'm just worried about adding blight. There's things that add blight, and then we're going to get cascades. Not great. I think we're just going to strike. We could strike this explorer. We want to be safe. How safe do we want to be? We do. Safe. I think we could save this to the slow phase. We can also stop them building a city there. We could have actually almost solved that land without the defend there. That's interesting. Does it add strife? The Explorer and Dahan hit each other. And Dahan, or the... Yeah, we do 2 damage from the beasts. But we have to be in that, so we can't do both. Yeah, we need the beast there, so like we can't do both. What we could do is do it here, and then those 2 Dahan could have gone in there. I think I like doing that. That definitely gets us more destruction from the Dahan than we had before. Let's go back to Harbingers. Yes, we'll take this. I can't spend that energy now. And these 2 can go in here. Alright, and see what happens. Needs to go somewhere that, like, isn't scary if it goes wrong. I would like to use it here, but I could use it here. It could be a defend, right? If this does cascade, we do have an outlet that destroys presence. I think we just try it. Add beasts. Sure. This is good for us. Maybe we actually swap the board. Cycles of Time and Tide. Rising interest, aided by air. Hey, we can discard this air now. Each town city deals +1 damage. I don't think that matters because we have defend here. It means that this gets 2 blight instead of 1. That's really the difference. It makes these cards turn into our level 3 though. So I'm going to say let's do it. We already have 9 out of 12. So also that seems like an easy decision. I think we can just discard Concealing Shadows. I'm really hoping we don't have to reclaim. I think you have to reclaim, right? So we just discard both of your cards. We might be reclaiming and gaining energy next turn. Add beasts. Those are beasts. Add wilds. Sure. We're never seeing back here. But they might eventually, so I don't know. Up here. And keep them in the jungle still. Yeah, actually this land's gonna be not totally clear, but mind. Keeping it less. Ooh. We gather up to 2 Dahan, 1 damage per Dahan. So close for that to be working. If I gather 2 Dahan here, we stop the... They're getting +1, right? Unfortunately. This stops the build here. I'm just gonna gather no Dahan and kill everything here and have no build. It's awesome. Unless we were gonna bounce them, in which case we can bounce them. So let's see if we have other candidates that make sense. We could send Dahan back here and be killing towns. I don't think it's worth it just to kill 1 explorer, right? So we're gonna just let that happen. We could bring Dahan in here, kill the stuff in the Ravage, right? I think that's pretty good. At least the city. Now that they're not building there. And if we kill this one, then they don't get to explore like a whole bunch of the island. So, alright. Take care of Fixture's business here, I guess. Gather 2 in a coastal land, defend 4 in all coastal lands. That means we can gather them away from this and into this. We definitely can do this and stop them from blighting here. We can gather him in and kill him with these Dahan. I think we have... There's 1 damage there, but there's going to be 4 more defense, so we can bring 1 town in. Actually, what we need to do is gather 1 town and 1 town, because that's how it has to be. So, because that's going to have no damage, 2 damage, 1 damage. We could bring a town in here, but then they'll still build here. I just want them to not build. Do this. And yeah. As it is. Alright, things are happening. Only 2 clear cards away from winning. And we only have building in 1 land. That happened, but... Ooh, that's gross. I think we can win before that, though, as we only have 1/2 more fear cards. Put a town there, and a town here, and a town here. Easy. Yeah, literally like 1 strike deals with that, right? So, or Shattered Homesteads. Is anyone in the land with this stuff? Yes, Mantle of Dread can go on. Oh, on lightning, but except lightning too far away. Oh, we can push this out and they don't build, I guess. Oh, the beast's here. We haven't taken a single major yet, so that's why we haven't been using them. Tigers are unexpected. We generate fear. We don't have an explorer to kill, but I think the fear is what we need. And not getting, yeah, the event is not for a while. We can generate fear by bringing to Han. Right, 12 away. You seem to be reclaiming. We have the 1 Ravage, that's no big deal. I guess if I was going to Raging Storm here, then I should have just left that guy in there. Did I move a guy there? No, I didn't even move a guy. I think I was thinking I was going to move a guy, but then I didn't. Yeah, do we want to do this, or do we want to just like, we want to generate piles of fear. So like the reclaiming and playing 4 cards and generating more fear seems to be the way to go. We just take the fear victory here. Make a major power, just, I don't know. See what we get. Eh. We want things that say fear. Or our elements, which means fear. Go, boop, boop, boop. And boop. Do this, and then I can play another card, which is that one, and get more fear, and strike the heck out of that land. Sure. My fear is all slow, so let's get another card. Elemental Boon. What if we had the top level? What if we did that? Let's have 3 energy. Doesn't matter. Add a presence. Doesn't matter. Okay. Push it down. Go in there. Spur thy position, spur thyself. Oh, I can't elemental boon. I don't have energy. Okay, let me just not play a card that costs energy. I'm gonna play this. I can get second level. Okay. So we're on elemental boon for 1 energy. That, and you want fire. Look at that. 4 strife and 11 fear. That's insane. Like, we just win the game by using that power. And then we have 13 fear, 14, 15, 16. Alright, let's see what happens. Oh, I have an any here as well. And more strife. Let's see what happens here. 1 fear, add beast. Destroy things. Nice. We could even stop this build or whatever. Let's add a beast here. Take that. And what? Let's just use all our things and see how far we get. Oh, I didn't put presents to be able to reach that land, but it doesn't matter because I'm generating so much fear. And we don't actually solve the ravage. But it's fine because we're getting like more fear cards. Even without lightning, we got 9 fear, and now we're generating 11 more. Whee! Strike pile. All right, that's been another preview of what's coming up in the next update, which is coming soon, TM. 69 points. Yeah, very strifey game. I like it. Alright, let's just jump into another, maybe something quicker. And you can see though, like, if you want to make things super difficult, let's like show you this. You pick one of the more difficult ones, like Prussia, 6. And you add like England, 6. You get to 16 difficulty, but you can also add scenario, difficulty 20. You can add archipelago. You can make it an extra island board. You can get to difficulty 25. Just like that. How do you feel about difficulty 25? You can also get higher than that if you go to the thematic board and turn off French and Claw Jagged Earth. I think Russia is even one more higher, right? Because Russia is 11 here, so that's 26. But with the thematic, you can make combinations that go to 27. So, an exercise for the reader. We're not going to do that. I don't want to play a super difficult game. Stick with 6 or 7. So yeah, exactly. Let's like grab a scenario. I haven't played a scenario. I love Powers Long Forgotten. Let's do Powers Long Forgotten. Let's just maybe have 2 spirits. We'll keep Trickster because we're previewing Trickster. And someone else. Like maybe, sure, Silent Mist was popping up before. Let's do Mist. And let's just bring like some base level adversaries or pretty straightforward ones. So like England, or sorry, Prussia and Russia. Prussia, Russia. And just do them like level 1. And that seems like a good little game. Let's try it. So you can have all sorts of combinations. The levels can be different. They can be equal. You can have a Russia 6, Russia 1, Prussia 1, Russia 6, whatever you want. A lot of people like to play max level, but there's all sorts of different varieties you can do. Okay, so Powers Long Forgotten, we want to discover these things with our Dahan, which maybe we're good at. We definitely want to block this build, because they're going to look there. And there's other places where they have an explorer already that they could discover, so explore. Alright, so we could arson this just to make sure they don't get to peek at it. Get a power card and see if we get some Dahan movement here. Well, we got some movement, but not necessarily the kind of movement we want. Elemental Boon. Like, this spirit's good at moving Dahan as well, in a different way. This pushes 2, and this innate does stuff, so I'm down with Elemental Boon. And yeah, I don't know that we block them here. Unless we can manage, let's see what happens. We could by doing this and incite the mob, but then we don't actually have strife with that. So it's not amazing. Maybe we start trying to push Dahan into here. Try to race them for that one. I can't afford to do that anyway. I think we just do the thing we like to do and hope that let's see what happens solves that. That's our best chance at stopping that anyway, I think. I mean, let's see. We can get a power card here. Maybe it's... Intrinsic apparitions. Actually, that works. This town wasn't here. We can make it so that that town isn't there. If that town isn't here, we can stop 2 builds. Okay. And the elements for that are so good. Okay, let's let's make it so that town isn't there. We have to add a presence somewhere else. I mean, don't have to, but I don't want to be there if it's nice. Right. Alright, arson. And then this can be good for like potentially stopping them looking at a spot. So like if they go here, we can push them out. Unexpected tigers, so. Alright. Good plan. So we're going to arson this and then entrancing apparitions, gather these two guys. Maybe we'll just ping these guys with another power if we want to play 2 cards. We can have energy. We have energy now. We can play this. Oh, we don't have enough energy to play another card. Unless it's this. Alright, let's just play the 1. Trying to get a little bit of energy income. And no blight. I don't need to move my presence. Could have gathered that guy, but the risk. You guessed right. Alright, and actually we can use tigers here. Not to build. Pile them all in one place, I guess, and maybe we can hit them all with an area attack. Could happen. Okay, so we could use this turn. It strikes this town here and they kill both explorers. It's not bad. And we don't even have to gain energy equal to card plays if we don't want. Or we could do Elemental Boom, actually. So, what if we did that? Over here, then, probably it's gain a power card. If we get lucky, then we get extra energy. This is happening. It's happening a lot. But we can just use this there and push our presence away. I want to find more Dahan movement powers. Oh, Lure the Unknown. It's pretty good. Take a lure. And then what? Spread out a bit. Yeah, I like using this because we get to push the 2 Dahan into here. That's gonna be the play, I think. So that's just gonna be saved or whatever. That's fine. This right now is just blighting, but maybe we can throw. Let's see what happened in there and see if we get a defend or something. Possible. Maybe we get a cascade. Elemental Boon gets us moving to Han, gets us more damage. And potentially something, so I think it's worthwhile, so. I think it gets us anything to stop them building here, though. I don't mind getting in there. In any case, though. Actually, no. Boon can't get me enough for the damage. I, like, somehow got Dahan in here fast. Alright, I'm gonna push Dahan into a different land in case they do explore here and be wasted. So let's push Dahan there. And then we have two options for where the Dahan go from here. Alright, well, to get our elements first, because maybe there's a threshold in the power. That, and we got the air already, so we can take animal, I guess. Gets us some damage. We could gather a beast, and maybe the event kills this explorer, so... I guess we can see what happens here, because... yeah, I just don't want them to find that spot. I could gather my presence out of there too, but... yeah, so actually what I could do is this. Gather the beast. Oh, I could add more stripe. I don't think it matters though. Yeah. We can strike that guy. Sure. Alright, now get the peasants in. Either you. Ooh. Well, good thing we did that. Put you in there. We could put them in here, and then we might get an event that says they don't ravage inlands with strife. Didn't. Interaction destroys one more town, city, add town to adjacent land. These inland lands are the most. None on this board. Get the card back. Don't think it's gonna matter. Well, that matters for you. Right here, get to push our presence instead of it being destroyed. Actually, I should have put the presence there. At least for mists, because I can gather it, potentially gather into there and have more stuff surrounding there. Alright, they did go in the mountains and they got nothing. They want to go in here. Alright. We can get some Dahan in here to look. I'm just wondering the order of this. If we do this now, I'm gonna do 2 damage. Actually gets, I kind of like this. Do this, I can gather presence in. Now, push this down on here and push these guys out so they don't ravage, or they don't build, that is. think there's... How much damage we're gonna do? We're gonna have 3 adjacent lands. So one, already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, I think putting them all in here works. Let's do this. Then 10 damage. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's gonna be 1 explorer left. That's great. I could leave the town and then is there anywhere? There's nowhere else that I'm gonna do unnerving Paul. So actually leaving the town alive is a fear. Let's do that. And now we push to Dahan. Nothing. All right, and we're gonna have to worry about that. So here we want to add strife, add more strife. This town. It kind of solves that land totally, doesn't it? So. All right, and a bureaucrat. Not totally solves it, but for ravage purposes anyway. Alright, we have entrancing apparitions. That stops one of these builds. So it stops them from looking. We could stop 2 builds. I guess I should have looked in here. I could, yeah. We have lured the unknown. Page 2 is coming out, so we don't know what's coming yet. If we get failed a nice hunt, then we can just peek there and drag them in. So let's get a power card again. Bird's Cry Warning, push up to 3 to hunt. Yes, I'm gonna click that. This is good elements, but great. And Ravage is pretty solved, so we just keep spreading around. Yeah, we can move these to Han and then pull both these guys here, and then there's no build. They do build here, but it's alright. We can take care of them. We can damage the town. I'll kill the explorer, we can figure it out. Alright, are we reclaiming or just gonna play to... What do we just play to? There isn't anything like pressing. Back to the joint hunt. That's pretty good for here. And moving to Han is good, so let's do that. And I could gain energy or start going up the energy track. I think I'll start going up the energy track. Get presence into the land with Dahan. Or anyway. I'm not actually defending that, am I? Maybe I have to blow that up. I was gonna unnerving Paul, but then I found better stuff. So I can get my presence out of there in case bad things happen. Alright, first we can see what we get. I want to be in line with invaders in case they take damage. We got a thing. Now earn for your cards. Down in one land, deal damage. Pretty good once we get to turtle level 2. I mean, we could get to turtle level 2 right now with that. Oh, right, that was the gather. Do I want to move my presence? Not really at this point. I'm here. If how am I going to deal damage? It would be probably here. Or I could do it here and not have to worry about the arson. I think we just wait for that though, honestly. These are fine. Good to use when we're more in trouble. Let's explore with the town. Oh, they're building a city there now. Got Ravage Knight of Strife. Push one from the land with the hog. Oh, so they're not building here. You can go there. And guess just get all grouped together. You're not ravaging there anyway. Cool, defending coastal lands, thank you. Alright, we're adding towns. This is not a bad spot for Pact of the Joint Hunt now. I'm gonna have Fordahan in there. We want to injure the town for fear. I don't mind doing that. Injured straight town. And we can stop a build or generate some fear. I think that's something we need to deal with, so just stopping this build is probably a good idea. Alright, we have a mound actually I put there, which I shouldn't have put there, right? Can I go back and change that? I can go back and change that. I forgot they're ravaging in the mountains. I clicked it there, I didn't have to. Let's click here. Excuse me. Okay. That's good. So, this seems like a big deal. I think we want to get in there. We can. What if we add 2 presents? And play 3 cards. Doesn't do anything this turn, but it does get us some elements. They're not getting enough water. Well, if I play these other cards, I'm not getting enough water to do more damage, so it doesn't actually help. actually get to that. And that's not really doing anything over here. I think this is good, though, because then next turn Unnerving Paw works there. But I think we do this. Gain a power card. We still do Dissolving Vapor there for next turn. Visions of Danger. This card has water on it, though. It does more damage. I don't like it. And Dark Light Track. Get to do one more damage with that if we played an air, but we're not. I don't think we want to use Lure of the Unknown. We could stop the city building here, I guess. We're not too worried about that, though. This land's more problematic as well. All right. I think we are in this awkward position of having to do that. I guess the mountains are clear. There's no Ravage this turn. We go in here. And we stripe. And we do this thing. Now I'd love to move Dahan around, but can't really do that easily. We can joint hunt, but it's like 1 damage. I guess we could get 2 damage. There's not even Dahan around. Could go ahead and try to blow that town up. Because they explored jungles, they still haven't. I guess that's probably a good idea. We can add Strife in here. Okay. Oh, do we want to move Presence? Probably. Want to get more surrounding of this, maybe. Not for this turn, but later on. Okay. We could do let's see what happens there first. Could add Blight, I guess, but if it adds Blight, it's probably killing the town, so. Alternatively, this could go in here. Or maybe it does something with the Dahan. Maybe it moves the Dahan or something. That's kind of good. Let's do that. Gather up to 2 Dahan. Well, I mean, it's kind of good to have them all grouped together. I guess we'll take that. I mostly just like the energy. We blighted the island. Oh well. And let's go ahead and add stripes. Oh, I can, if I add stripe in here, I can continually add it in there, but let's get stripe into these other places that later. Get a card or destroy presence. Got lots of presents. Where's Blunder? We're losing awareness and control of pieces of ourselves. We can accept the fragmentation, destroy 2 presents, adding wilds in place of each. Add all of your destroyed presents to one of your lands. Next turn, all your powers are slow and cannot be made fast. That's not really good for going to next turn. So I think we're going to accept fragmentation. Which actually is good. Put wilds in some of these places. No explorers and beasts together. No ravage. Bit of a build. And they're going to the mountains again. I don't love that. I don't want to put guys in, I don't want to put towns in these lands. We don't have any plan to move the Dahan enough of the Dahan this turn. I guess you've got another strife here, so I can go there. Alright. Try to deal with this land. So that's like fine for unnerving Paul, right? 3 damaged invaders, so I could use this somewhere else. This wants to go here. I think. So pull beneath. We do 2 damage to the city. There's a lot of. We just need a little defend here, really. Defend 3 or something. But I don't have Pact to the Joint Hunt right now. We could just kill these 2 towns. I could stop a build. I want to stop them building here. Yeah, we can just, we can't just strafe that. I can't reach it, but I can strafe here. And don't think I want to pay for that. We push 1 to Han. Start moving them into, we need them. Alright. It's fine. And we can do something about that. I think we just gain a power and hopefully get something that says defend. We got it. We didn't get that. I mean, you might do the same thing, right? I think you're doing the same thing. Defend 3. And with great elements. Perfect. And energy. Trap the forces is kind of interesting. Guy stretches can be interesting. I'm not really using the effects of it though. 2 damage, push explorer, and sacred sight. Let's just take this. I mean, oh, I don't love the elements though. I don't even know what we're playing. Maybe we just take the free card. We don't have sacred sights. Probably just forget it for whatever we get from. Let me see that. One of those said push to Han, right? Like, yeah. We have destroyed presence? We do. Gather up to 2 Han. Actually, that's really good there, isn't it? You need a sacred site for this. I mean, you can always make a sacred site. We don't need it right now. Would love a water for elemental boon. We want energy. Elemental boon, Sky's Herald. I don't know that we need Pact Leader. Pact Leader I think works here again. But well, my microphone here. Working. With Elemental Boon we can get that if we take another we play Rain of Blood. So maybe we do Rain of Blood. There's nowhere we're getting this. So I'm not really good at sacred sites. I guess there's this, actually. That's right there. Okay. That, and push 1 to Han. We don't have a Dahan that we want to push, right? We want him to stay, so I think we don't. Don't worry, we'll get one. For Elemental Boon, we want water, and that's it. And you want fire and air. Cool. So we can use this to hit a thing. Need to add presence. I think texture are low on presence. Nothing. Okay. I wanted that to go the other way, but it actually doesn't really matter, so are they still blighting? Are they doing... Is it Russia Explorers? They do +1 damage. That's okay. We can lure 1 away. Use a build. Let's see what happens there first. Gather 1 blight. Pay to remove blight. We can do both. We have to do both. You have to gather, so you have to. Which blight? Probably this one. I don't want that card. want like a bunch of more fear cards? Actually, we can use the... We can stop this from blighting now. Turns out our defend wasn't enough. Is there a place we can actually lure that terrible? Not terrible if they build there. Maybe we just let them build there. Okay. One blight. Oh yeah, because of the frickin' explorer. Alright, let's do the thing. Keep forgetting Russia for some reason. I mean, there's no reason to defend there. We could get more fear by doing it somewhere else. Oh, except they did that, so yeah. Let's go back. We have 4 tier level 2 cards. It's probably good. Alright, forget a power, destroy presence. Can get rid of a power. And I guess remove 1 blight per player from the blight card. That's fine. Oh, stop builds. Okay. This says defend. Hang on. Each is a per board? On each board, okay. Per player, I could push that other guy too, but that's fine. It's weird having Russian explorers that do 2 damage but don't have the level 2 effect. I don't think I play Russia 1 very often. But it doesn't even make me think that they're going to do 2 damage if they're not running around. Raiding and retaliation. 1 damage per Dahan, each surviving one. Right. Well, that's not good. Stripe got used up. And strafe around the peasants. Well, I guess we get to strafe it now. Hey, sacred sites. Guess I could strafe explorers to do 2 damage. Get the build. 1 damage per Dahan. As the build card stays. Yeah, and they build next turn. I think that's okay though. Down. Move 1 from a land of 2 or fewer. How about no build? How about no build? None of you participate. Do not get a ribbon. Jungles and mountains, I bet. Hey, wilds. And they don't even get to see here or here. Oh no, not here. Whatever. There's only one building there because I destroyed it by accident. I guess not by accident. I forgot I was using Wind and Blood. Fine. 1 damage. Let's stop this build. Go away. Alright, we are finally reclaiming for the first time with the Spirit on turn 6. And I have 1,000,000 cards. I can play 3 of them, so that's pretty great. And maybe I get a bit more energy here. Fail the Knight's Hunt. Yes. Now we're moving. Question is, do we go this way or do we go down? The Knight's Hunt also has good elements for me. There's no Ravage. There's almost no build. Nothing in the mountains. One jungle building. Like truck the Dahan around. We can look at 2 if we do this. So I think we do that and then these other 3 can go down here if we miss on the last one. And yeah, I don't know, something else. More Dahan pushing. Ooh. Ooh, excuse me. Alright, you want to reclaim? Probably reclaim and get energy. Oh, we have +2 now. Maybe we can deal with that. Go in here and strafe them up. Strafe up the whole rat. And we can, yeah, we can push Dahan and we can use the thing to gather here as well. We can add a presence, take an any. I like the any. Any is nice. Now, picture's over here and whatever. Elemental Boon do anything? We give water. Gets us more damage. Act and do a ton. We just do our strafe trick up here. It seems fine. Do you want to move presence? Get this a bit more surrounded. We don't have a lot of presence on the board. We can fix that, right? You get to add present. Oh yeah, we get to get all of them now. If we so need. Shift presence from sands to another at any time. Any time. All the blight together. Actually, if we rather leave these Dahan here so they can come over here and do damage if possible. So let's send these ones. Presence is fine there, I think. Push through Dahan. It's nothing. Alright, so it's going to be here. Surround this land a bit more. Trickster, coming soon. Ooh, leather sack. Nice. Alright, we have an any, don't forget, so we can have damage or we can add strike. We can also see what happens. I guess let's see what happens in here. Oh, and disease, fear, and strife. And we can grab that. Now I can pay energy to add more strength. Sure. I accept. If I take an air to add strife here. And that's it. We have the other things, but I think everything's fine. Get a power or destroy presence. One. Kind of not paying that much attention now. Raiders do 3 damage to Dahan there. Gross. There's only one land where that's actually... Okay, so I have 2 lands, I guess. Each beast deals 2 damage. No reckless offensive. Gather to 2 Dahan. 1 damage per Dahan. Dahan are not in the right places. So we can do this and this. We'll get them in here. Oh yeah, we could kill this guy. Because I only need to do 1. And I guess bringing them in here is pretty good. Lower coastal lands. RNG, the god of RNG. It's pretty fun. I'm kind of feeling like Incite the Mob here is pretty great. A lot of fear. I think we're doing okay. Do we want to get beer, kind of? Kind of just get beer. You guys like dead already. I had to push Dahan. I have to push Dahan. I mean, that guy's gonna be dead, so May as well. Well, I have presents in there already. So actually, yeah, fog closes in. So finish out there. In here. Whichever. Fine. And we could shift presence by the shifting. Actually. The shifting makes it better. It means that this works here now. Sort of. Means I have to take my presence out of the fan, though. Huh. It means I can ping this guy now, where I couldn't before. That's kind of what I wanted to do. I get energy now. I have 2 cities. And they're gonna ravage soon. They are gonna they want to build cities. But I could probably stop them from doing that. I'm kind of just doing whatever now, because I think there's literally, I mean, that is a blight. And that's a blight, and that's a blight right now. That's it. All the ravages. And we can probably just strike them up. Or lure them away, or any number of things, right? Defend 2 also works. It's just double presence add, play lots of cards. And reclaim 1. Cards are expensive. I do have 2 0 cost. I can play 2 cards. Just put all my presents in the sands. I have a defend 3 also. And there's a beast. Okay. And I can just like put my presence in the sands whenever I want. That's cool. That benefit is really good with Spirit. So I can put the Han in here. Won't build. We can strike this guy probably. We need 3 air to strike, so we need my air cards back. We can do that. Do I want to move my presence? Not particularly. I guess putting it in the sands is good, isn't it? No. Go in the sands. Sands party. Alright, air, air, air. Oh, I have an any. So, it'll be something else. This seems good. It's our presence back. and I click air. Okay, I'm sure things are fine now. I don't even know all the things I clicked. Things that don't matter so much. We're gonna defend here because range 2 anyway. Apparitions could just defend that. Just gather them into the sands here, though. It's fine. Thing. So everything is fine. That guy. I don't know. See what happens there. I'll take it. And we can make him not build, maybe? Maybe we can't, because he would then ravage in other places. Alright, let's make these sands have this. And lure doesn't do anything. That's fine. It was free. I guess we could lure this guy because he's gonna build right now. Yeah, if Call to Bloodshed was in the other order, then it would do more. Okay. You can destroy presents. And you can destroy presents. Oh, right. Both of them should destroy from there. Push it. Push it good. Add blight to a land adjacent to a land with blight. Oh, this is just when. So, destroy these 2 presents. Push them in the sands. And destroy 2 presents. Oh, it works in that land, right? I mean, I'll still destroy presents. That's fine. Beast generate fear or move. Bad guys are. And on. Move to 5 health of invaders from land with disease, or 1 lower town from inland. Each invaded strike deals damage to other invaders in its land. Alright, we get another city. They only have invaders in like a couple lands. Russia wants to add more. Guess I don't know where it is. Are we doing anything? Pushing, doing damage. Finish off that city, I guess. We have impersonate authority, so actually that's really good here. I guess we can kill these guys. By gifting presents. And pushing some guy. All right, 2 cities left. Oh, I just gotta win the game here. I can use the leather sack to empty it out, and I can probably kill this guy. Can I kill it fast? Almost. We haven't taken a major power yet today, so let's take a major power. Blazing Renewal. We have that, right? We can afford it. What does it want? Fire, plant, earth. I don't think I can possibly do it. That's fine. If you take a major, it's very unlikely. I guess possibly you could play major power. You could just use the Build Knight's Hunt and do it for sure, though. So. These all have fire. Just Build a nice hunt. There? Oh, it's over here. Where's it there? It's weird. Let's move our presence out of there. And use the leather sack. And just look at free cards because we don't have anything else. GG. Pretty clean island. All right. So there are some more previews of stuff coming up. Combining 2 adversaries and the grinning trickster stirs up trouble. Quite a fun combination of things. And hope you enjoy it. Coming soon, potentially this week. We're not going to name a date, but it's getting pretty close. This is the potential production build here. So things looking good. No bugs found. So I'm sure there'll be bugs. There's a million things that Trickster can do and a million combinations. We've been testing as much as we can. That's been the focus of this update. But we'll be on the ball. So if you see any bugs in the next update, make sure to report them. And we'll be on the ball for those. So thanks for watching. We'll see you all next time. Bye for now.